Hi yogis, Pamela Quinn, Elemental here. I'm making this video for our Success Circle, which is a group of healers and entrepreneurs and people in, this spiritual yogi business that are trying to, run their own businesses. And oh my gosh, the biggest thing I think that comes up is time management. And honestly, everybody can benefit from this. I personally have been an entrepreneur for the past 10 years, and I've conquered time management over the past 10 years only because if I didn't get it under control, I was going to kill myself working. And I've certainly tried to do that. But not anymore. I have a system, and the system completely, totally works. And I want to share it with you. I'll show you what I do, and I'm sure you'll have modifications that you'll want to do. So first, tasking. Everybody is going to need to get a 3-ring binder, and I like the soft ones because this is going to end up being thrown in your bag everywhere you go. Inside of this is going to be a roller because that makes it nice and neat, and then it's going to have a 3-hole punch connected to it, and you'll see it has the little, holes so that you can just have it sealed, inserted, and saved inside your file. Also in your file is going to be a little zippy pouch. You can see I keep my deposit slips in here, a couple extra stamps in here, but you're always going to want, a pen and everything like that so that stuff like this can always be handy. And then you're going to want to create a bunch of dividers. And basically what you're going to do, and I love accounting paper, but you don't have to use accounting paper. I was a CPA, so I'm addicted to it. Is you're going to make a tab, and you're going to make a tab pretty much for each thing you have going on in your life. So you can see I have accounting functions. I have a little slip in here where I can put checks that need to be deposited, bills that I've received in the mail that I need to pay. This is for my individual consultations, for website management, for my relationship with Banyan. I'm an ambassador for them. These are things I have to task at home. Inventory items that need to be replaced and kept up with. This is my Lebanon studio, my Montgomery studio, and my Sims studio. The point of sale system. My relationship with some businesses around town, and our teacher training, and then workshops and events coming up, and then retreats that are coming up. So, whoa, right? How do you keep up with all that? Well, this is how I do it. Always have a little pocket in the back too, and this is for stuff that you're like in such a mad hurry and you're gonna have to deal with it later. So basically how this works is what you do anytime you get an idea. So keep in mind, a lot of your stress and your inefficiency is because your mind is pinging, pinging, pinging. And as soon as you just get it out of you, it's down, it's accounted for, and then you can relax. So anytime you have a thought, like you're driving down the street and, or don't be driving while you're writing, but you're doing whatever you're doing and you're thinking, oh, I have to call this person and talk about X. You would just write at the top of a piece of paper, call Julie, RE, whatever it's about, and then you're going to write the date at the top. And then you're going to take the whole piece of paper, and I know it seems wasteful, but do it anyway. Take the whole piece of paper, you'll 3-hole punch it, and then you'll put it in the section that it relates to. So maybe it related to something accounting, and I will file it in accounting. And then I just forget about it. Because when I'm walking or driving or doing something else, I may have the thought, but I actually don't have the time or the focus to follow up on it. So I'm going to put it in there, and now it's safe, and now I'm going to forget about it. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a week at a glance kind of thing. So this one is an at a glance. These can be a little bit pricey because I want you to buy the one that uses half the sheet for each individual day. Now, entrepreneurs will kill themselves working. Like, you love what you do. You're going to be working, 14 hours, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week if you let yourself run crazy with this. And the problem is you are going to burn out. You're going to get grumpy. You're going to lose your clarity, focus, and drive. And you're going to end up hating this amazing experience that you've actually created for yourself. We don't want to do that. We don't want to work too much. So every day, I know I can only create for about 8 hours. that is what the human brain is limited to. So every single day, I put down the things that I have to do. Now, most entrepreneurs have crazy schedules. You know, I teach yoga, I teach workshops, I do individual consultations, I have 2 children, and they're both in sports, and I have a dog, and all this other stuff. So life can get really crazy really quick. So this helps me keep my boundaries. So every day, I write down what I have to do, and I total the hours up. And that's really important. These are the hours that I'm actually working. Now, if I were sitting in a kid's soccer game or something, I wouldn't put that on there because that's not classified as work to me. And honestly, I love teaching yoga, so I do a little cheat and I don't classify that as work either. I classify that as time that I get to hang out with my friends. So you'll see, it's really, really easy to do. It's really nice. Like on this day, I only got to like 6 hours of actual work, like where I had to be somewhere doing something that had my total focus. So then I had all this little things that just tasking that needed to be done, but that tasking shouldn't account for more than 2 hours of my day total. And I'm going to do it while my dog is at the groomer and I'm waiting on the dog. So that's a little multitasking for you. This ultimately for me ends up looking like a sheet of paper that I kind of take with me in my purse or in my briefcase for easy access. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's talk about ease of life as well and not wanting to carry all this stuff around. I always have a little teeny journal inside my purse, and the first thing in it is my grocery list. And these are all food items that keep me healthy, and they're good for my heart. And if I just stay with this list all the time, I'm having good health, because you need good health too if you want to be this athlete in training truly as an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs have to train the same way you would be training if you're running for a marathon, because you want to be sharp and focused. So this makes it that really, really convenient for me. In this book, if I get an idea, I just jot it down really quick, and then ultimately it's going to get transferred to our big filing system, right? Okay, let's talk about downtime. So the dog is at the groomer's for 3.5 hours. I have some tasks to do, and they're not supposed to take me more than 2 hours. Now what can I do? Well, if I have time left over, I go to my book and I find little things that I need to do. When I do them, I tear the sheet out and I throw it in the recycle bin. When I do part of it, I'll update it. And then you put the date next to everything that you're updated. And you cross off the stuff that you got done. And that's like the best part of it all. Okay, let's talk about boundaries. So this is what I find the best way to work, because we're all doing too much. If you understand that you can only complete probably 2 major tasks in any given day, if you just accept that, your life is going to get so much better. So I know before 10 a.m. in the morning, I can complete start to finish 1 major task. Then at 10 a.m., I can check my email. And my email is going to give me a bunch of little mini tasks to complete. And I'll do that for a while. Then I always have a good lunch, because you got to have a good lunch, right? Then after lunch, I can complete start to finish 1 more major task. And then around 3 p.m., I can check my email. And then I'll have a bunch of little tasks that I have to finish up. So you could see how you kind of create a pattern out of this. And depending on what you have to do, obviously those hours of the day are going to change. 1 day a week is your day as an office day. And that's critical to the success of an entrepreneur. So your office day, you can complete more than just those 2 tasks, but it's also a time for you to strategically plan your upcoming events, workshops, sessions, and educational experiences. So this is almost 10 minutes, and I know that's all you want to talk to me for anyway on the video, because that's what they say. And I'll let you go. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks a lot. Namaste.